J.R. Quinyan. And a 6'6" center from Santa Ana, Pampanga, number 2, Michael Miranda. Head coach for NLEX is Yang Giao. And now the starters for TNT, Tropang, Giga. A 5'10" guard from Bacolod City, number 15, Kip Montalvo. A 6'2" guard from Naga City, number 5, Mikey Williams. A 6'2" forward from Talisay, Cebu, number 16, R.R. Pogoy. A 6'7" forward from Cagayan Valley, number 18, Troy Rosario. And a 6'6" center from Cebu City, number 21, Kelly Williams. Head coach for TNT is Chot Reyes. Our referees for this game, Ray Yante, Roberta, Paul and Kelly Hallian. This game is held in the celebration and recognition of the games and amusement sport.
Take a look at the starters for NLEX and TNT. Alas, Trollano, Semerad, Quinyahan, and Michael Miranda for NLEX. Montalvo, Williams, Rosario, and Pogoy for the TNT Tropang Giga. Interesting to see how these teams will bounce back from their losses, both heartbreaking in different ways. And the tip-off is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. TNT in all white, NLEX in all blue. As if you're Coach Chot Reyes and you've absorbed your first loss in years, literally, because this is his first time back, how do you expect the TNT Tropang Giga to bounce back, really, and finally get the rhythm, as that might help a 3-point for Kip Montalvo to get things started?
Well, you can just say that we just played bad. You can say that just to keep the confidence high, or you can also pinpoint the mistakes that you made that could have turned the game around. It was only because it was a blowout, so you can do that, but try to keep the confidence still high.
Don Trollano getting it done inside for NLEX, as both teams not having any trouble scoring, at least in their very first possessions.
We won't have trouble talking about offense here, because both of these teams are able to score in their own way.
Absolutely. Montalvo cannot go back-to-back. Quinyan comes away with the rebound. Pushing it quickly, though. Alas. Now Trollano. He has been an interesting player because of the fact that he has that skill level, as he just saw, and he's been bouncing around from team to team as well, but everyone knows that he is a bucket.
Yes, every time, if you get Trollano, he's only there to score, really. He can shoot the three, he can make moves like that, he can defend also. That's why a lot of teams have been trying to get him, and has been very effective in the teams that he was with. I just don't think that consistently he is a scorer, but he can.
Well, Mikey Williams with the offensive foul, it looks like. Unfortunately there for Kelly Williams. Take a look at Don Trollano, his activity level. Again, you mentioned it a while ago that he's there to score, and Coach Yang will be very happy that he is there. For those who remember, in Coach Yang's first stint with Gilas Pilipinas in the Asian Games, he actually had Trollano as part of that team, because they weren't sure whether or not Jordan Clarkson would be there. And the joke was he was Jordan Trollano. Trollano going inside.
That's right. That's what he's there for. Every time he gets the ball, if you will get him and look and make him do something else, then he won't be effective. So it's either you make him do that, and if he doesn't not effective, then pull him out. But that's what he's there to do.
Trollano has been the point of offense for NLEX here early on. All the points of NLEX coming courtesy of Jordan Trollano.
And then later on, if Trollano is already tired or not scoring, then you bring in Jericho Cruz, another scorer.
Of course, a lot of weapons for Coach Yang Giao, as Pogoy misses that one. Alas, pulls up for 3, off the mark. Mikey Williams, the highly touted rookie, who people are saying, at least his former teammates in Mighty Sports Philippines, say that he can score like a Stanley Pringle, and getting a bucket there is first of the game.
Uh, yeah, yes, he can score, he can take the ball to the basket. He's a very deliberate player and very controlled player, but he can score. He doesn't force anything. The only thing that he has really to improve on is his jump shot. But he has confidence shooting the jump shot, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. He just has to improve it a little bit more.
Mikey Williams cannot get the bonus to fall, as NLEX still lead by 1. Active hands there from Kib Montalvo. When he was drafted, that was the attribute that everyone thought that he could immediately bring to the PBA. He's so active with his hands, he's so feisty defensively, and Pogoy there going all the way after a lazy pass from Alas. And a whistle blown there. Again, so Montalvo will be all up in your grill, in other words.
He's like a, he's like a Gio Halalon. Whenever Gio Halalon is in the game, make him pressure, make him do his thing. Same thing with Montalvo. That is his asset in a team. Pressuring, creating havoc, gambling. So make him do what his strength is, because if you don't, then what's the use of him being in the game?
Chamarad. Finding Alas. Alas could not control that pass, but eventually does. And has to do it all, kicking it out, and that should be an offensive foul as well. His hand was extended.
Right, and Pogoy being a great defender on the ball, he found himself. He beat already. Pogoy, but he saw Pogoy keep going, so he had to push his. He had to use his arm to push him off.
TNT up by 1. Pull-up jumper, no good.
Well, this game is a contrast to the first game, where it is a walk-up game, while this is a up-and-down game. And a great move by Trollano. So far, most of the points are of NLEX is Trollano's.
Actually, all
But
of
not
them.
All
of them are, yes, absolutely. So Trollano finding his rhythm early, but Mikey Williams as well. We were asking where was he in the last game. Well, he's here now.
He's here now. Nice pull-up jump shot. We're talking about his jump shot. He has to improve it. Maybe not.
Miranda. Now back to Alas. NLEX trailing by 2, going all the way, and a foul on the drive. Not quite sure who that will be called on, but let's take a look at Mikey Williams again. Such a pure stroke. He's so confident. You mentioned a while ago that he needs to improve a bit more on the jumper, but then the confidence is not lacking.
Yes, he has confidence. And talking about that roll to the basket, we don't know if they will allow that, because it's like a wipeout. If the player goes underneath, will they allow the screener to roll into your path or not? Those are questions that the coach will need to know, so that he knows how to attack that kind of defense or devise an offense.
Jericho Cruz checks in, and he is one of the best scorers, if not arguably the best scorer on this NLEX team. He had a second straight conference high game of 21 points, which he added with 8 assists also for the second straight game. Unfortunately, that came in that loss. And a foul on the rebound. Ball will go back to NLEX.
Well, for a while, Jericho Cruz was also having a hard time because of the entry of Kiefer Rabena. But now he's able to play alongside Kiefer Rabena in terms of his scoring.
Well, of course, Cruz, he did mention that he got a lot of confidence playing for Guam as well, his national team. And it showed that he had the green light and he took it. And now Miranda hits a triple. So NLEX back in the lead.
Miranda now has improved a lot. Always give credit to Coach Yang for improving these basketball players. When he started playing for NLEX, he didn't have that confidence. The way he plays was always in question. But now he exudes a lot of confidence playing.
Take a look at that smooth stroke there. Splash. And he's saying, I can't hear you to the bench. Wants him to cheer for him. Trollano. Back to Miranda. Miranda, he hit one already. Now he has two! Same spot, same look. Miranda feeling it from beyond the arc.
That's right. I mean, the type of players that Coach Yang wants, bigs that can shoot the three. And I think he's the one that started that in the PBA. Bigs, allowing the bigs to shoot the three.
Pogoy can't answer back. Williams to Williams. Still nothing. Coach Yang, that is in his DNA. Shooting from beyond the arc. Trollano. Back to Miranda. Ooh, trying to find Derek Quinyahan. And whistle blown against him, it looks like.
Against Stock and Tex, if you don't turn the ball over a lot, you give yourself a big shot of winning the game.
15-10 with 5:47 left in the first. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Deep Sioux Gym, where the TNT Tropang, Giga, and the NLEX Road Warriors are going at it. And off the break, we had the chance to take a look at Coach Shot Reyes and Coach Yang Giao, two of the most recent coaches of Gilas Pilipinas. So I'm sure that that's not in their mind at all, but it's an interesting matchup to see regardless as well.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, different styles of Gilas coaches, Coach Yang has a different style, Coach Shot has a different style, but both styles were suitable for the Gilas program.
Well, now to Kelly Williams, Jason Castro. They pushed him far. Now Rosario from the corner. That is good. A confident Troy Rosario that hits his shot is probably one of the most dangerous players in the PBA.
If Troy starts hitting the 3-point shot, then NLEX will be in trouble, because you know that Troy's confidence is dependent on his 3-point shooting.
Peruela, such a good facilitator, gives it down to Williams. Kelly Williams now. Boy, it's so difficult when you have two Williams on the floor. Mikey on the attack. Boy, what a finish.
Mikey Williams is very deceptive. You think he's not quick, but he can just blow by you. It's almost like a Dwight Ramos, wherein he doesn't look quick, but he's such a smooth player.
Jericho Cruz getting it from the nice feed inside.
And that's a big help for Jason, for Williams to play the point. And that leaves the pressure of Jason bringing the ball and scoring at the same time.
Jason Castro now finding Kelly Williams. Kelly now to Troy. Troy, he has one, still one. Kevin Alas now to Mike Miranda. Miranda is on fire.
That's his third 3-point shot, and it's a rhythm shot. So, don't make this 3-point shooter, especially big, get into a rhythm shot.
Well, it almost felt like a moment that if you don't guard me, I'm gonna score on you. And now it's up to TNT to adjust to a Mike Miranda who is finding his stride.
Right, sometimes you might be sagging off him, saying that he is not consistent, but maybe he is, he's on it on today. He's got the game today, so maybe you should adjust a little bit, change the defender so that he's not comfortable.
14 seconds on the
Kevin
shot clock.
Oftana will check in the ball game as well. And Roliano will check out after what was a hot start for him. Eruela. Boy Era with a smooth jumper. Boy, he adds such a great presence for TNT on the big man spot. As Quinyan tries to shoot over him, nothing there. Mikey Williams to Jason Castro Williams. He pulls up for three. No good. Ball still stays with the white shirts. Jason Castro driving, dishing. And the whistle against Soyud.
Only foul on number 4, Raul Soya. His first 13th foul for the Road Warriors. 14 seconds to shoot.
Take a look at this, Boy Aram. Coach, when you have a guy like Boy Aram who can be a presence inside and stretch the floor, it's such a nice asset to have.
Yeah, sometimes their defender is they take them for granted. The big men that can shoot and then okay, try to beat me with the outside shot. But these big men have already improved their outside shooting, but you just can't give him the outside shot. You might want to just make them put the ball on the floor where usually these jump shooter bigs are not comfortable putting the ball on the floor because that's what they practice, day in and day out. So you've got to change up every once in a while.
Dave Marcelo checks in now for the TNT Tropang Giga, and with Big Dave, you have someone who is such a presence inside as well. He will bully you if he can. Caruela for three.
That's what he's the bruiser.
Quinyahan, he bruised his way inside. Or Quinyahan. Another reliable piece of Coach Yang's long career, especially recently.
Yes, that's why he got him after he's in rain or shine. Then they were willing to move him. He got him right away.
Caruela dancing in and out, finding an open lane and the lay-in.
Now in this game, you don't know if the defense is bad or the offense is just good, or the players are just good. They can make any shot that there is.
Cruz knew that he was missing that shot, tried to get his offensive rebound. Now Mikey Williams all the way. Well, scoring not a problem in this game, Coach. If the first game was all about defense, now it's all about the offense.
Yep.
Quinyan, he towed the line. No good. Soyud, such a good rebounder. Not afraid to get his hands dirty inside. Oftana, back to Cruz. Cruz on the attack. Oftana, so calm, so sure.
Those are great skillful players. You don't know the defense was good, but he was able to out-fake you, make jump shot, put the ball on the floor, and make the pull-up jump shot. I mean, those things are hard to do.
Era. He decides to go at it himself, and when he's that long, he has that luxury.
Right, 15-foot jump shot, it's like sure 2 points. A medium range 12, 15-foot jump shot for Boy Era is sure 2 points.
A minute left in the first. Quinyan with a little fake goes at it for himself, no good.
But that's good what Marcelo did. You want to make these jump shooter bigs put the ball on the floor, and maybe they're not comfortable.
Offensive foul there, it looks like, and Marcelo's bucket will not count.
Number 17, Jason Castro.
And of course, when Jason disagrees, you have to think about it twice. As we take a look at it here again, and I'm sorry, Jason. That might be an offensive foul. But either way, TNT, that bucket will not count, and this time I was brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Well, the TNT, Tropang, Giga having a shootout here with the NLEX Road Warriors, and it's precisely the game that we all wanted to see. It's been all about who can score more and how do you do it. But I guess the question is, coach, how do you stop either of them? If you're NLEX, how do you stop a TNT team that's finding their way? Even with guys like Poy Eram, who just like using his length and it's like, I can't give it to anyone, so I'll just shoot it.
Well, sometimes if you know that, like for example, poor Aaron likes to face up jump shot, then you jam his right. You probably want to jam him so that he doesn't have a free reign to shoot the jump shot. So you want to make him put the ball on the floor, make a step-up move or something.
Calvin of Tana, rather, makes that. And I just want to congratulate Poy Aram as well. He's a father, new father, so he has that new father energy. You can expect a new father game.
Congratulations, boy. I'm sure he's going to play well because he's a happy man.
Takeaway there from Cruz. Cruz unable to finish. Quick hands there from Jason Castro.
Yeah, that's good. Even after a turnover, you don't quit. You just run after and just play the game, until a basket. He stole the ball because he didn't quit.
And I'm sure it means a lot to see your veteran run the floor despite all of that. And a whistle blown against NLEX. Chris Porter is the culprit.
And Jason, before Jason used to, relax because he'll play probably 40 minutes. But now he doesn't need to relax or to choose his moves because he knows he does not need to play that long minutes, but he will be there in the end game.
Well, with all the options and the depth of the TNT Tropang Giga, you can understand why. They go to Arpogoy. Time running out and a foul on the floor. 1.4 seconds left for TNT to tie the ball game or trim the deficit down to 1.
Hey, both teams were playing great defense, except that they have great players that can score. So now, in this type of game, we look at the percentages of how much they scored, the percentages of their shooting average to see if they're playing good defense.
Good look there from Pogoy. Did not fall as we have a battle here in the second game of a triple header. The TNT Tropang Giga and the NLEX Road Warriors matching each other almost shot for shot. And let's see who finds the rhythm or who slows down in the second, third, and fourth quarters. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to the Honda PBA Philippine Cup 2021. Take a look at that. Our baby Luca, congratulations, boy, Anna.
Congratulations.
And you know what? It must be so tough for a guy like Poy, who's so in love with his family, to be away from them at this point. And so, our hands up to Poy Aram for doing what he can for them there in the bubble.
And all the players, for that matter, playing in the bubble right now, and all the staff. Thank you, you're doing a service.
For sure. Like, I miss my dad, coach. Who's in the bubble as well.
You miss your dad. I don't know how you will miss your dad.
I have to say that. I'm contractually obligated to mention that. So the NLEX Road Warriors had that slight edge after that first quarter, which honestly free-flowing scoring-wise. And the question now would be who can get more stops than the other, because both teams have players, different players getting into rhythm here.
Right. That's why both of these teams are good defensive teams. So what they're trying to do is trying to move the ball or get the offense on transition, because if they do set up half court, it's harder because they are both great defensive teams.
That's his second.
Jericho Cruz with 2 fouls already here early in the second quarter, so something to watch out for if he picks up his third anytime soon.
Yep, that's a decision of the coach. If he's not comfortable for Jericho to get his third foul, then he'll probably take him out of the game.
Boyera, not that time. Calvin. He changed his pace, drove all the way. He saw the lane and finished.
Right, that's pretty bad. That's kind of bad defense for TNT, not finding Optana, just going straight to the basket and not having a man.
Boyera could not find a teammate. Eventually finds Reyes. Reyes, pull up. That is good.
I mean, they're making tough shots. Both teams are making tough shots. Ryan Reyes, a pull-up jump shot on a challenge.
Cruz on the attack as well, kicking that out from the corner of Tana, no good. And Soyud once again with another rebound.
Rebounder Soyud.
Panyamogan, push shot, no good. Might have done better going all the way himself.
Right. I mean, you don't know how Raul Soyud gets the rebound. He can't jump. He's not so athletic, but he just gets great position and just attacks the boards.
Right place, right time, like Dave Marcelo.
Dave Marcelo.
Of course, Dave Marcelo, who already has championship experience under his belt with Barangay Hinebra in the past.
Yes, and also in college, playing for San Beda.
So he's a known winner, and he wants to add to his trophy collection here. Jason Castro, so quick, misses that one, but still gets his own miss. Eventually finds Heruela. And another opportunity here for TNT who decide to slow things down. If you're NLEX, you're unhappy that they extended it so much, but still missed opportunities there as Boy Aram hits the deck. Tana thought about it. Back to Panyamogan. Panyamogan drains a triple. So NLEX, they have been stroking it well from beyond the arc, coach. Is that a cause of concern now for Coach Chot Reyes? Panyamogan, despite the late pressure coming from Jason Castro, gets that one to fall.
Timeout, TNT Tropang Giga.
TNT Tropang Giga sue for time, and the timeout is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle on the PBA. Welcome back to the Deep Sioux Gym, where the TNT Tropang Giga are still having a hard time trying to figure out this NLEX team that has been shooting the lights out from beyond the arc. If we're going to take a look at their shooting from outside, talking about the NLEX Road Warriors, so far they are 4 of 9, shooting at 44% here in this game against the TNT Tropang Giga. Coach, do you adjust at this point to guard the three-point line and force them inside, talking about NLEX?
No, not really, because Miranda shot open shots. Panyamogan shot an open shot. They're open shots. So they just weren't defended well. That's why they were able to make, that's why they're shooting 44%.
Mikey Williams off the dribble, getting a triple himself. And we know that he could score, and he's trying to do his best right now to keep in pace with NLEX. Porter.
Porter's playing really well. You know he can shoot the three. He's learning to play the game. So he'll be a future good asset for Coach Yang in NLEX.
And he has the size as well to do some damage.
Right, and I think he's a smart player. He doesn't do things that he can't do at this point.
He knows his abilities.
Right.
Oftana can't get the bucket to fall after shrugging off Pugoy.
NLEX is shooting 44%, but in an average they only shoot 28%. It's because, as we said, those 3-point shots that they made weren't defended.
Pugoy, turnaround jumper's no good. Almost lost possession there, so 3-point lead here for NLEX. Panyamogan. On to Soyud, back to Panyamogan. Panyamogan, pull up. Not that time. So the shots are not falling as consistently now for NLEX. Kelly Williams. Little step to the side, no good. Pugoy fouled on the attempt, will shoot two. And Pugoy maybe feeling that a bit more than what it looked like on TV.
If Trollano fouls you, it'll be really feeling.
Well, it would have been better if we were actually there at the venue. Right now, we are seeing what everyone sees at home. This game is happening in Bacolor, Pampanga, and we are here nestled in Mandaluyong. Our Pugoy, he has been such a consistent contributor to the TNT franchise. We've seen that for Gilas, we've seen that for TNT. And the way his game has evolved since leaving his college days in FEU is really a testament to, one, his work ethic, and two, the development team in the TNT franchise.
Right, and he's such a coachable guy also. I mean, he absorbs what you're trying to teach you.
Alas, trying to find Porter, and I think maybe fouled on the pass, and that's what the referees say.
What I like with Pugoy is, aside from everybody, his 3-point shot, his defense, he is a great anticipator. He gets a lot of steals just anticipating of what the next pass will be.
Porter turnaround J, that is good, and he'll shoot a bonus. Kelly Williams had his hand on him.
I didn't know that Porter can make a post move. He did one the last game, and here's another post move that he did. Even if it's just a turnaround jump shot, for me it's still a post move because it's a go-to move.
Well, Williams with a little brush foul there, and Porter gets that fall. Or Ateneo standout, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Who did hurt our school on numerous occasions, unfortunately. Kelly Williams.
He's had his share of injuries. I think he had 2 ACLs, if I'm not mistaken. And it's good to see him still there, having the same, confidence of playing despite the injuries.
Talking about confidence, that shot was from the parking lot for Alas, no good. 36-31. And next still with the advantage, nearing the halfway point of the second quarter. Driving all the way, Reyes with the offensive foul.
These NLEX players, it's not easy to do, but they always step into the driving lane and trying to take the charge. I think it's a gun art, stepping into the driving lane and taking the charge, but NLEX players somehow seem to do it.
Well, if knowing Coach Yang Giao, that's what he expects from his players. Sacrifice the body,
Sure.
and always put yourself into the mix.
Sure, that's old school, and old school sometimes is the best.
Trollano. Brain pick and roll with Porter, goes at it by himself, no good, and TNT come away with a rebound. Jason Castro. And a pick from Kelly Williams, finding Troy Rosario inside.
Nice extra pass, good pick and roll execution, good high-low execution. The secret of the pick and roll there is the guy with ball making the right decision and reading the defense correctly.
Alas. Little sidestep there, finds Kinyahan. Kinyahan with the jumper.
Probably players think that when you're running a pick and roll, it's your primary option is to score. No, your primary option is to be a facilitator.
And Mikey Williams, boy oh boy, scoring at will. Again, such a prized possession, such a prized rookie here, talking about the TNT Tropang Giga, having someone like Mikey Williams. He's only missed one shot in the game so far.
Unlike the other game, he missed, he missed a lot of shots the other game.
Of course,
against SMB.
Mikey Williams will go to the line to shoot 2 here.
He was 3 for 13 against San Miguel.
Right now, he's 5 of 6, perfect from, 6 of 7 rather, perfect from 2 points, and only 1 miss from beyond the arc. He's 2 of 3. Take a look at that. Such a quick, tight handle, pull-up jumper.
He can go left or right, step back, pull up. So if he gets consistent with the jump shot, even a medium range jump shot, once in a while a 3-point shot, he'll be a great player. His demeanor is nice. He's like not really emotionless, but his demeanor in the basketball court is like he's always under control.
You know, looking at his numbers about Mikey Williams, he's a 25.5% shooter from beyond the arc and only 41.3 from 2. And overall, 33.3% in the conference so far. So yes, he has the volume. Yes, he can get hot, and it feels like he won't miss. But I think your point is taken there in terms of being more consistent in the shooting end. But we all know that he is a walking bucket.
Yes, we've seen that in the ABL. He's not afraid to take the shot.
Alas, no good. TNT is still trailing by 1. A chance to take the lead here. Rosario. Oh, stripped away by Alas. He had both hands on it. And a foul on the pass, and
advantage.
They will now review it because it looked like there were a couple of white shirts trailing the 2 runners of NLEX, so that might not be an advantage foul.
Correct.
Take a look at that here, and at least from that angle, you can't see it. At least from that angle, it is clearly clear path. As you can't tell from that angle either, to be quite honest. And it looks like it may be a clear path foul.
Clear path.
Advantage foul on number 17, Jason Castro. That's his second 14th foul for TNT.
Well, there you have it. So,
well, he saw a white guy, but the white guy was parallel to him, but he thought that he was part of the trailing defense.
well, unfortunately, we'll look at the replay. As we saw a while ago,
It was far. His teammate was far.
well,
2 free throws for Jericho Cruz.
either way, now a chance for the NLEX Road Warriors to pad on to that more, and can't do so on the first attempt, but they still will have possession after this. Pero syempre, if you're Jason Castro, you're saying that, you see, ball don't lie.
Ball possession stays with NLEX, 14 seconds.
A lot of players are starting to do that, following the Europe Europe style, where you try to stop the fast break.
Yeah, the Euro foul. They actually call it the Euro foul.
But they're taking that away also in Europe.
Well, they've already started to take that away at the NBA level. So let's see whether or not the PBA will follow suit. Or if FIBA will follow suit as well. Jason Castro misses the lay-in.
He lost a step there.
Miranda kicking that out. Trollano for 3. No good. And that is fairly modern as well, looking for that open look from beyond the arc instead of forcing it inside.
Right. You don't know if it's a good shot or a bad shot now. Every 3-point, every transition 3 is a good shot.
Well, depends on who's taking it, coach.
Exactly. You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
Kevin Alas, now to Miranda. Miranda. Back to Kinyahan, and he walked with the ball there. Talking about Miranda.
That's right. Choose who you want to shoot the transition 3.
You gotta know your personnel.
Exactly.
3:55 left in the first half, and scoring slowed down just a bit here in the second quarter, coach. But you just know that with all of the people here involved in this particular game, someone could explode anytime soon.
Yes, I mean, these two teams have so much offensive firepower and so many ways to score. You just know it's a matter of time that one of these teams will just start being able to score.
Almost at will.
Almost at will.
Pogoy getting that fall.
Because no matter how great a defense you do, they will somehow find a way.
Kinyahan. Now to Alas. Alas going all the way.
You see the difference of these two teams? You know, yes, they run some movement, but you know who they're going to. And you know if it comes, the ball goes to that person, he knows what he's going to do.
Well, Miranda saying that Pogoy extended his elbow, or if not that, at least his elbow was the one that hit the ball.
Yeah, because Miranda said, I went up and down. I mean, I went straight up and straight down, which is the rule. If I go straight up and straight down, I shouldn't. No, that's a foul because he thought, but he put his arm down, so that's a foul.
Well, he was complaining about Pogoy's elbow as well, that may have hit his face. But your point is taken, coach, that at least in that replay, there was a bit of a forward motion of the arm going downwards. That's why the foul was called.
Just like in the first game, it was the face of the hand of who was that, or the face of what's his name? Pink hair.
Jackson Corpus.
Yeah, Jackson Corpus. Sorry.
Well, you could mention the pink hair. We all know who you're talking about, coach. Pogoy gets that one to fall. And right now, at the moment, the TNT Tropang Giga still ties it all up with the NLEX Road Warriors 41 apiece. It has been an offensive showdown between these two, with numerous contributors on both teams.
Yes, that's these two teams, Tropang and NLEX. You don't know who will score. It can be anybody. It can be Kinyan, Miranda, Trollano, on the Cruz. On the other end can be Aram, Rosario. So you really don't know who one guy to stop. So it has to be a perfect team defense.
And it's Road Warriors sue for time here. Tied ball game at 41 all. 2:46 left in the first half. Take a look at Mikey Williams, the prize rookie at the TNT Tropang Giga, hitting 3 after 3, getting it done from inside as well. And we all know that he is a known commodity scoring-wise. There it is, already 16 points, and we're not even at the first half. If you're Coach Chot Reyes, how happy are you that you have a guy that can take off the scoring load of guys like R. Pogoy and Jason Castro?
The more I watch him, the more scary he becomes because he can take the ball to the basket or he can initiate his shot off the dribble. Some people are just spot-up shooters or one dribble, but he has moves, step back, drive, so many things. And it becomes scary because you know the only way that he's going to go is improve his game.
Kevin Alas extended to finish. As for the foul, did not get it, but either way, NLEX have the lead. Foul at the inbound, actually, so Kinyahan will absorb that foul. Mikey Williams, he had a bit of room. He gives it out to Pogoy. Pogoy, back to Eram. Eram trying to show off a bit of his handles against Miranda, but loses out.
Right, he should just pass the ball because you know he's a jump shooter, face-up jump shot. If there's nothing there, then just pass the ball and ball pick or move.
Controliano has the bigger Aram in front of him. What will he do here? Tries to take him off the dribble, and Aram.
Oh, that's a great defense by Aram on one-on-one.
Well, Aram is one of the known shot blockers of the league. He's great at reading shots and making sure that there's never ever a clean look. But right now, 42-41 in favor of the NLEX Road Warriors, and we'll hold on to the air here. So let's take a look at the tournament format. It's a single round robin eliminations, in the top 8 teams after the eliminations will make it to the quarterfinals. The 9, 10, 11, and 12 seeds are eliminated. Take a look at how the quarterfinals will work. Best of 3 for the 4, 5, 3, and 6 positions. Well, numbers 1 and 2 will have the twice to beat advantage, and 8 and 7 the twice to win disadvantage. Best of 7 in semis and in the finals. We are now at the business end of the elimination round, and every team needs a win, and it's going to be tough and hard going towards the end. Later on in this day, we have that matchup between Barangay Ginebra and the San Miguel Beermen. Both teams in need of victories, really, to secure their spots and avoid disadvantages in terms of twice to beat. So let's see what happens there. But in this game in particular as well, TNT Tropang Giga trying to secure a spot in the quarterfinals, and the NLEX Road Warriors trying to build up as well, trying to build that momentum going into the playoffs.
That's why the one-round robin format is. I like the one-round robin because every game becomes important for everybody. It's unfortunate that what a shot by Kevin. It's unfortunate, but we just don't have enough time to practice so that they'll be ready for that. Since it's only a one-round tournament.
Absolutely, it's hard to play yourself into shape with such a short tournament.
So the longer your practice is, the preparatory, the better.
Yeah. 9.9 seconds left here, and after Kevin Alas's shot that we just saw, that was really a high degree of difficulty. Now 4-point lead for NLEX. Pogoy, the little push shot under duress, no good. Roliano, now to Cruz. Cruz on the attack. Yes, sir.
Sometimes it's unbelievable how they make these shots, no? It's like forced, but it's not forced, and they somehow find a way.
You're trying to describe how to define the offense of both TNT and NLEX. It's effective, it's quick, and the right words might be controlled chaos. Mikey Williams extending and finishing will shoot a bonus.
You know what's important with this kind of offense is what the other 4 people do. Because the guy in the ball will do whatever he wants to do, drive, pick and roll. It's important for the 4 other guys where they should be and what they should be doing.
Mikey Williams, boy, what a player TNT has in terms of scoring. It is hard to find many rookies that can match up with him. And even amongst the veterans, it's hard to find scorers that can do it in his volume.
Right. I mean, you know, he wasn't really that high on the list. It was always Monson and
Malonzo.
Malonzo. He was good, but he was never high on the list because when he was playing for the ABL, he was like a semi-role player.
Mike Miranda getting it done inside. (49-44). NLEX with the advantage here. They have been hammering away at TNT from different angles, not necessarily having just one weapon. Mikey Williams splits the double, gives it to Pogoy. Pogoy could not reward him, but Pogoy gets it anyway. And in the end, it is Kid Montalvo who gets the bucket to fall.
Yep, Kid Montalvo. He's always there, always where the play is defensively and offensively. This is a broken play. This is normal already, and he finds himself just attacking the basket for the offensive rebound.
Okay, Montalvo is always known for being at the right place at the right time, for being always there, so active, and honestly, one of the more entertaining defenders to watch as well.
Right.
Alas, forces that, but that'll be no good. And we go to the halftime break with the NLEX Road Warriors clinging on to a small lead here. And you have to say, this NLEX team is getting results from players that you're not necessarily expecting, like Mike Miranda. 11 points already, coach. 4 of 4 from the field, as well as 4 rebounds.
Okay, and I know what, 11 points, 4 for field goals, and 4 rebounds. I think he shot 3 3-pointers just in the first half.
So the NLEX Road Warriors with a 2-point advantage over the TNT Tropang Giga going into the halftime break. Welcome back to the Honda PBA Philippine Cup 2021. The NLEX Road Warriors with a slight advantage over the TNT Tropang Giga, 49-47, in a half that really had a lot of offense going for it, but then there were some head-scratching moments there that were just defensive breakdowns. Coach, if you're a coach for either of these teams, you're hoping to tighten things up to make sure to try and slow down the opposing team. Take a look at Don Trollano, who had a hot start for the NLEX Road Warriors.
Yeah, Trollano was on a roll. He, offensively for NLEX, for Talk and Text, it's Williams. But when I go back to the dugout and say we're not defending very well because we gave up. If I was TNT, we gave up 49 points to NLEX. And how can we do that? We're not playing defense. Same thing with NLEX. If we just play a little bit defense, then we'll be in better shape. So both teams will really talk about how they can improve their defense.
How to stop guys like Mikey Williams, who already has 19 points in this game and 3 rebounds. Calvin Oftana getting in the groove. And take a look again at Mikey Williams, as we were talking about a while ago. Hitting a couple of 3-pointers, finding a way to score at will. But then if you notice with the NLEX highlights that we're showing you, different guys are scoring, making it hard for them to stop.
With NLEX, you have to really have great individual and team defense because you don't know who will score. So the halftime stats, imagine NLEX shooting 51%, 40% only for TNT, and 3 for 6 free throws, not much free throws, 79 for TNT, 11 assists for NLEX, 6 for TNT, and bench points 19 for NLEX and 10 for TNT.
The halftime stats brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Take a look at the leading scorers as well. We mentioned Mikey Williams already with 19 points, but then, as I was saying, you could not imagine just how even the scoring is for the NLEX Road Warriors, to the point that Mike Miranda is the guy leading the scoring here for the NLEX Road Warriors. And with all due respect to Mike, he's not the guy that you would expect to lead the scoring for the NLEX Road Warriors when you have guys like Kevin Alas, when you have guys like Jericho Cruz in your lineup.
But if you stop, if you take Miranda for granted, then he will be able to shoot the 3, and which is his strength. And that's what I think what happened for the 3 points of Michael Miranda. He was just too wide open.
Well, let's see if the TNT Tropang Giga can adapt defensively because of the open looks that NLEX have generated from beyond the arc. We saw quite a few in that first half, and now the question for NLEX: how do you slow down a Mikey Williams who has just been getting his way on the offensive end?
That's why, I mean, do I give him the jump shot or how do I defend him? Yeah, that's a choice that they have to make because if they base their defense on the game against San Miguel, then you should, give Mikey Williams the jump shot. But, he's making his jump shots now, so it's a decision that he will have to make.
So Trojano will go to the line to shoot two. Trojano had 8 points at the end of the half. Chance to push his total to double digits here and extend the lead for the NLEX Road Warriors. So we were talking about how this NLEX team has had so many different weapons, and we haven't even seen the best of Jericho Cruz yet. Only has 5 points, and he's coming off a conference highs in terms of scoring in his last 2 games. Set that both again. Thank you very much to Sir Fidel Mangonon for the insight and the statistics that he prepares for us every game. So NLEX, so many options, so many weapons here for them to choose and pick.
Right, I just imagine, if Jericho Cruz joined the scoring spree of NLEX, then the TNT will really be in trouble. But just a thought that came into my mind was that, Trollano was with TNT for a while, and Trollano probably is, that's why he's playing well now, is comfortable playing against the defense of TNT, especially whoever is defending him. So that's why he knows the tendencies of how they're defending. So probably that would be could be a reason why Trollano is playing very well against TNT.
Calvin Oftana on the line to shoot 2, gets the first one to fall. And in just a possession a while ago, Kip Montalvo with a bucket for himself. The small guard, the young guard from LaSalle, doing TNT proud.
Yeah, Oftana has great potential because he's a big 3-man. Not great putting the ball on the floor, but he's a great 3-point shooter, decent defender. So things that have potential, but has to improve on.
So Williams, he had an open look, but decided to attack Kinyahan instead, and Kinyahan forced a foul. There is just a little stutter step there, and Kinyahan.
That's a good decision by Kelly because you said he was open for 3, but have a higher percentage attacking the basket than shooting the 3-point shot. I noticed that he hasn't been shooting a lot of 3-point shots this season than he used to, in the past seasons.
Well, Kelly Williams, in fact, has only shot 8 total attempts from 3 this conference.
And he shot 2 the other game, I think. Or 2 the game before, not the other game. When they beat, who did they play that 2 games ago?
Well, as I turn back the calendar, Coach, focus on this for the meantime. But 52-51, Troy Rosario tips that out. Kinyahan. Finding Trollano again. Trollano trying to test our Pogoy. Former teammates. Gets doubled. Alas, for 3. Not that time, and Kelly Williams just crowded out there, and Soyud, he is in every defensive rebound battle that NLEX has.
Right, either he keeps the ball alive or, gets the rebound. He's just around the paint the whole time. That's why he got 16 rebounds the other game.
Troy Rosario misses the mark, and Pogoy there to clean it up. Don Trollano with his 3rd foul already. So we were talking about whether or not that might be a factor later on, talking about the fouls of Trollano, and something to think about if you're Coach Yang Giao.
Yeah, will he keep him there at 3 fouls? I mean, he survived the whole first half having 2 fouls, which is good. There are some players that can play with 3 fouls, but there are some players that cannot play with 3 fouls because of over aggressiveness.
Calvin Oftana taking his time. Fakes Troy Rosario, gives it to Kevin Alas. Alas. Quinyahan with a smaller Pogo in front of him. Not a problem.
Yeah, just shoot over you, but the guy, you're three inches taller than the other guy. Just turn around and shoot over you.
Quinyahan's probably saying, yeah, maybe more than 3 inches. Rosario. Kevin Alas with the active hands, but got too much of Troy Rosario on that occasion.
That's his second. 13 foul for the Red Warriors. Shot clock at 14 seconds.
14 seconds left on the shot clock. Mikey Williams here to initiate, trying to break the deadlock here at 54 apiece. Williams, 4-3, gets that one a fall.
You're in trouble when now he's shooting the 3. So you might want to change up.
Again, shooting it very, very well. Talking about Mikey Williams in this game in particular. It's a bounce back from what happened last time around against against San Miguel Beer rather.
Yep. So you might want to change up because he's already made a couple of three-point shots. So
2 free throws for Calvin Oftana.
you want to change up a bit just to give him a different look.
Calvin Oftana gets that free throw to fall. And of course, you're talking about the skill level of a Mikey Williams. And again, you can understand the comparisons of some of his former teammates, Joseph Yeo in particular, and even Coach Charles Chu did mention and say that Mikey Williams is like a Stanley Pringle type. And when you see moves like that, you can understand why. But Troy Rosario there to clean up the miss.
Yeah, I mean, to be compared to a Stanley Pringle, you must be capable of doing so many things.
That is high praise. Praise to the highest degree. So you trying to find Oftana inside, and he bounces that off Williams. So more pressure now coming from TNT on the defensive end, forcing NLEX into some uncomfortable sets.
Well, TNT thrives on pressure. In fact, most of their points, not most, but probably 1/3 of their points really comes from turnovers. They force turnovers a lot. And that is what what Coach Stott has made a trademark in this team.
5 team fouls already for TNT. Considering that there is 8 minutes and 39 left in the third, that might be a problem for them. NLEX not afraid to look for contact as well, so expect a procession to the free throw line as Soyud misses the bunny. Williams attacking Quinyahan, nothing there. Proliano has a bit of space. And the ball will stay with the blue shirts.
Early pick and roll there, punch screen early on transition. That's a great offensive system. And if you can read it right away.
Finding Oftana. Now to Proliano. Patient build up here for NLEX. But time running out. Quinyahan back to Proliano. He has to shoot it. He does, and he makes it.
I mean, they switched it already so that Proliano can get into the lane, but was able to find a way to shoot, find a way to score, shooting the 3-point shot.
59 all. Williams finds Pogoy. Yes, sir.
Great weak side look and the ball pick by Mikey Williams.
1 of 5 from beyond the arc already is Pogoy, so that's his first 3-pointer. Oftana blocked by Kelly. Kelly Williams, he is one of those guys that, despite his age, he can still jump. He can still be athletic.
But there was a game wherein they run a play and then, they just threw the lob and he dunked it easily.
And age is just a number for Kelly Williams.
Yeah. He's still the same athletic Kelly Williams as he was before.
Let's focus on the other Williams, though. Mikey Williams going for the drive and alas, forcing the foul. Take a look at that. So Trojano just winding it up. He saw the shot clock. He knew what he had to do, but didn't panic. And here, Pogoy getting the feed from Williams.
2 free throws for Mikey Williams.
Mike Williams there will shoot 2. That's his first assist on by Mikey Williams. Gets that one to fall. Mike Williams already up to 23 points. Great,
Jump shot, drive, free throw. He's doing everything.
great scoring performance for him. And doing it at a very efficient clip, already at 72% from the field. 8 of 11. And a free throw to fall as well. And Coach Yang would call for time with a 64-59 advantage against his team. TNT finding their groove here in the third.
Timeout, NLEX Road Warriors.
And this time is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Welcome back to the Honda PBA Philippine Cup 2021. The NLEX Road Warriors, they kind of felt that the TNT Tropang Giga were finding a rhythm here, so they had to call for time. Let's take a look at the standings first. TNT still up, but absorbing their first loss last time around against the San Miguel Beermen in what was really a display of power by the Beermen, saying that we can take these guys down.
Yeah, San Miguel Beer, it's all Filipino is always considered the favorite, especially now that Junmar is back, playing very well. So, that's why they're back to their normal groove.
Kelly Williams with a hard foul on Calvin Oftana, and the referees will take a look at this, considering that the contact was made on the head.
Yes, you'll see if it's intentional, but I don't think it is. But we'll see.
The play was on the ball, but missed and ended up hitting Calvin on the head.
Right. I know when Kelly Williams, it's not his.
Yeah. You can see that he was apologetic right after talking about Kelly. But either way, intentional or not, that still could be painful, considering that his nickname is Machine Gun.
That's right. Yeah.
Nothing subtle about that.
He missed the ball, hit the heads.
Well, 64-59 is the count here with TNT. They found the rhythm largely due to the offensive outburst of Mikey Williams, and it just felt that NLEX were having trouble not just stopping him, but stopping the rest of his teammates as well.
And because if they, Kelly Williams did very well in the first half, so they concentrated on the defense, so that once you concentrate on his defense, it will leave the other guys open. That's why the safest way to defend Mikey Williams' ball pick is just to switch it.
Well, let's see what adjustments Coach Yang will make, because without a doubt that will be featured here in the remainder of the third quarter. Oftana gets 1 of 2. 4-point lead for TNT, and on cue, Mikey Williams will bring it down and call the shots here for TNT. Mikey attacking Oftana, one-on-one, pulls up, and that's good defense from the long San Beda Red Lion.
And they didn't switch it that time, so maybe Coach Yang said, defend you.
Well, he took up that challenge. Alas, going for it. Get it. Soyud almost gets the rebound, but Pugoy wins out in the end. Keep Montalvo. Back to our Pugoy. Troliano just running and nothing going though. Montalvo. In and out and in again.
Sometimes that's what I like with the big guys. Once you get the offensive rebound, kick it out for someone that can shoot the three. If it's not there, then you run a ball pick right away. So you translate your offensive rebound to a point. Sometimes you don't translate your offensive rebound to a score.
Yeah. So Troliano getting the bucket to fall, trimming the deficit back to 5. Williams. Back to Pugoy. Pugoy on the drive. Thought about it. Elevates. Can't finish. But Troy Rosario's there for the offensive rebound. Back to Mikey Williams. Kelly Williams offers the pick, and they find Kelly again, and it's Troy Rosario who couldn't finish.
It was a great pass by Kelly Williams. He just missed it, but Troy also missed the offensive rebound.
And good defense there coming from Troy Rosario as Kevin Alas misses that one. Montalvo on the drive, on the attack, trying to find Kelly Williams, and eventually it finds the way to him anyway.
Had the lucky pass there. Was able to thread the needle.
5 minutes left here in the third. TNT have found their rhythm, both on the offensive and defensive end. And Kib Montalvo there with the steal. Caught napping in possession. Williams, what a pass and what a finish!
Yep, that's Kib Montalvo for you. Hustle defense, shoot the three, and a great pass by Mikey Williams.
Well, Mikey Williams rewarded the stealer. Take a look at that. Oftana just took his eye off the ball. Now Williams said, hey, you stole the ball well. Here, have a bucket. Kib Montalvo with 2 to extend the lead of TNT. Well, welcome back to the Divsu Gym, where Kib Montalvo really has been one of the difference makers for the TNT Tropang Giga. 13 points and 2 steals. He has been a pleasant surprise in this particular game, at least on the offensive end. We know what he does defensively. We saw that in the last possession. But he is someone that Coach Shotres, I have a feeling, is starting to appreciate more and more.
Yes, I mean, you know that he's great their defensive presence, but he's made his offensive presence felt. He made the three-pointer, had the layup. That's why he has 13 points in 2 for 3 field goals.
Well, it's a 12-3 run now in favor of the TNT Tropang Giga. So it is out to NLEX, one, to tighten the screws on the defensive end, and eventually find ways to eke out points, because right now it has been tough. And they can counter Lucky Stars, and Mikey Williams missed there. Reyes feeding Poy. Poy on the attack. Thought about it. No foul, and the ball will... Well, let's say a foul on Poy Eram, it looks like, pushing away Jericho Cruz.
Yeah, I mean both of them were, both of them were going for the ball, but Aram, because of momentum, so Jericho Cruz and pushed him out of the way.
71-62. And this third quarter has been mostly TNT Tropang Giga. But a chance here for NLEX to get just a bit closer.
Substitutions. Jason Castro for Kit Montalvo. First quarter for Giga.
Well, what happened here in the third quarter is the 3-point shots that were open for the bigs in the first half was not there anymore. Michael Miranda's, yeah, 3 points here and there that you take out will pay dividends for you later on during the game, like what's happening now.
Well, we just saw the numbers there of Jericho Cruz, and it's not up to his normal high standards so far, but then so much can change in so little time. So let's see whether or not he can find it here tonight. Boy, Aram almost loses it and eventually does. Oftana on the attack, extended, good defense there from Dave Marcelo. Mikey Williams kicks it out. Reyes on the drive with the finish.
That's good patience by Ryan Reyes. He had an open three, but decided to head fake and put the ball on the floor for a better scoring opportunity.
Quarter now to Oftana, Mike Miranda. Now Jericho Cruz, he wants to get going here. Miranda going inside to Trogliano. Trogliano couldn't finish.
Trogliano is cold. I think he just scored a 3-pointer. That's it for this quarter.
Castro finding Aram. Now Mikey Williams. Trogliano in front of him. Williams, step back jumper. That is good!
What can you do with that? I mean, step back, crossover, step back. Played the best defense you can on the challenge, but he still made it.
Jericho Cruz off the mark, and Mikey Williams showing everyone that 7-point outing last time around was just a one-off.
It was just a day off.
Again, take a look at the handles there from Williams. Boyera, he pulls up. Can he get it? Yes, he can.
Now shots are falling in for TNT. NLEX is having a hard time scoring. So that's just the story of this quarter.
Also, not difficult for NLEX to get any stops, really, as Trogliano ball tapped away from behind. TNT Tropang Giga sue for time here, but it has been all them. Take a look at this lovely feed coming from Mikey Williams, going to keep Montalvo, rewarding the stealer. And of course, Williams, step back, jumper, splash. Welcome back to the Deep Sioux Gym, where the TNT Tropang Giga have had all the answers here in the third quarter, but it's guys like Mikey Williams getting it done. But Jericho Cruz is still finding his rhythm, still finding his flow. If he can get to it, then who knows what could happen for in the rest of the game. But if you're Coach Yengiao, you want it to happen now.
Yes, but that for that to happen, he needs to give the ball to Jericho Cruz. I mean, Trogliano's been playing so well, but he's cooled down a little bit. So now I think it's Jericho Cruz's turn to try to get into the scoring, of NLEX.
Semerad from the corner, he's a known shooter and reminding everyone of it.
And that's his favorite shot, the corner 3-point shot.
Ruela. Now Marcelo. Mikey Williams off the court for the meantime. So if you're NLEX, you're thinking this is a stretch we need to win. Reyes can't get that one back.
Sure, but NLEX has to make stops first, like this stop, Unlike in the when Williams was in the game, Mikey, they couldn't make a stop. So now that shot, the 3-point shot of Miranda is not available, unlike it was in the first half.
Well, Mike Miranda, that was his first miss from beyond the arc. Boy Adams spinning his way inside, good feed and nothing going, and stepped on the line talking about Semara.
Well, NLEX is still in a good position with 1 minute to go, just as long as that lead doesn't really balloon to around 15 points with 1 minute to go. I'm sure it won't, but if they can bring it down, make a stop here, and bring it down to like 8, even 10.
Porter guarding Adam. 2 hands in his face. Can't finish. Mike Miranda absorbed the foul there, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on number 10, Ryan Reyes, penalty. That's his 3rd personal.
Ryan Reyes with 3 fouls already. And NLEX shooting free throws the rest of the way, as we mentioned a while ago.
2 free throws for Michael Miranda.
Of course, Mike Miranda, he had that red-hot first half. He led the team in scoring, actually, with 11. And a bit quiet here in the second half.
That's the adjustment that TNT has made to not, since he's in a role in the 3-point, not to give these guys Kinyan, Miranda, the 3-point shot on the pick and pop, on the pick and roll, or find him in the perimeter when they space.
Ruela. Rejected the pick and goes inside to find Marcelo instead. A foul on the shot.
Personal foul on number 9, Philippine, his 2nd and 5 team fouls for NLEX.
Already 5 team fouls for NLEX as well, but only 42 seconds left in the 3rd anyway. Dave Marcelo will try to extend this one for TNT.
That's good what Ruela is doing, because Ruela has a mentality to score, but if he just has a mentality to facilitate and pass, TNT will have a great use for him.
Ruela was one of the brighter spots of TNT in their last game, and take a look at the pressure now being applied by TNT, trying to make it difficult. Like Miranda thought about it so many options, and at the end of the day, boy Adam gets to it at the rim.
That's a great block off the rim instead of off the hand. So as you said earlier, that he's a great shot blocker.
His timing is great. He definitely has a knack for it. Ogoy forcing it, nothing there. 6 seconds left in the 3rd. And Jason Castro with a defensive stop, and Mike Miranda couldn't finish it.
At the end of 3, it is
Cruz a bit in pain there. Hopefully he can get up soon, and eventually does. But it's been all TNT in the 3rd. Mikey Williams with 27 big ones here with 1 more quarter to go. How far can he go? How much can he do? We'll find out soon enough. But Coach Chot Reyes and the rest of the TNT Tropang Giga loving it so far, and they lead 80-68. Let's take a look at the games on Saturday. Terra Firma Jeep against the Northport Batang Pierre and then the Blackwater Bossing going against the Phoenix Super LPG. Terra Firma, if you have not been following the PBA recently, are one of the more exciting teams here considering what they've been doing here at the Divsu Gym. Now on to the fourth quarter. TNT Tropang Giga up against the NLEX Road Warriors, and it was a 33-19 advantage for TNT in that third quarter, Coach.
Yeah, the TNT really lorded over NLEX in terms of scoring, and they defended NLEX also being able to score only 19 points. So it was really talk and text quarter, and that's why they're leading here by 12 points entering the fourth.
So many bodies on the floor in that possession. Dave Marcelo diving and diving and diving, but unfortunately could not be rewarded for his efforts. 80-68 still the count. NLEX not out of this by a long shot yet. Still a lot more to do. And for TNT, they know that they're not out of the woods yet. These teams are not used to losing. Neither of them have lost back-to-back games in this conference in particular. So the team that loses here will be the first between these two to lose back-to-back.
And you know that TNT knows that NLEX can come back at any given time in the fourth quarter because they know TNT knows the capability of scoring of NLEX. They can run a bunch of scores right away just because of the way they play.
Boyeram stepped on the line and the ball will go the other way. So a couple of stops here for NLEX, but they need the buckets to make them count. Cruz working on Heruela. He wants to get going. They know that he needs to get going. Cruz going all the way, doing it by himself, but misses anyway.
But that's what we talked about, that, you know, for Cruz to get going, Coach Cheng has to give him the ball so he can initiate the offense.
Boyera thought about it, finally takes it and gets that one to go. Well, boy was almost spoiled for choice there, and had all the time in the world. He could make a sandwich, take that shot, and still would have gone in.
Yep, and his defender just watched him.
Cruz. Miranda on the drive, blocked away, and TNT defensively have been on point as well.
Right, and they took out again, you know, we keep harping on it, that they took away the three-point shot of Miranda, making him put the ball on the floor, and now NLEX is having a hard time scoring.
Pugoy with the offensive foul, it looks like, pushing away Semerad on the drive.
Offensive foul on number 16, Pugoy. Substitution for Rosario for Dave Marcelo.
Rosario now checking for Dave Marcelo. So yes, more weapons coming in from TNT on the offensive end.
You know, what's good about TNT is, yes, they're an offensive team, but they can also defend at the same time. So it's a great balance. It's really, they complement each other.
Panyumoga. Searching pass inside to Cruz, gives it back to Miranda. Miranda thought about it, faked out Jason Castro. And Porter working inside, still nothing. Semerad eventually gets the foul.
Foul is on number 13, Brian Herrera. That's his first one for TNT.
It's been a struggle here for NLEX in terms of finding any offense, Coach. What are TNT doing defensively to change everything?
First of all, that I noticed is that they're pressuring the ball more. That makes it harder for NLEX to initiate their offense, whoever they want to initiate with. Second is they're not sagging off the big men whose only option is to shoot the three. They're making him put the ball on the floor. So there are no really bailout passes for the guy with the basketball.
Well, things just got a bit more dangerous for NLEX. Mikey Williams, the 27-point man, is already back in the game. Well, with how much he finishes with, we'll find out soon enough. Heruela operating on the inside, eventually tries to force it, and time is running out, and NLEX come away with the ball. Cruz thought about it and does not get it to fall. No basket, and it looks like it'll be a side out.
That's a good foul by Jason. What was a better foul by Jason on the half court rather than on the semi half court? I mean, in the middle, in the half court.
Yeah.
Now everything is set, so you know even if you know that everything is set, you can foul him on transition.
Anyamogan off the mark. Montalvo, who's had a good game so far, back in the ball game as well. Era, he has 1-3, can't get another one. Get it for Cruz. You can tell that he's forcing to find a rhythm. He's trying to get something done. But so far, it has been like water on rock. Nothing really happening.
You know, sometimes it's hard for a player, like for example, Jericho Cruz. Let's take him for example, because Trollano is on a roll. So you take a step back for Trollano because he's on a roll. So by the time when Trollano is out of out of it already, it's time for me. But you're already out of rhythm.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. Now he has to find this rhythm
Yeah.
again.
No real momentum as
No
well.
real momentum. So now you have 8 minutes to do that, but you're already down by 12. So it's really hard for two scorers to give into each other. So if somehow you find a balance.
Jericho Cruz with 8 points, as we mentioned a while ago, hit the conference highs in back-to-back games. In the lead up to this, Captain Las now in the ball game as well. So a bit more offensive potency here for the NLEX Road Warriors. Cruz cannot get that one, and a foul on Troy Rosario, it looks like.
Loose ball foul on number 18, Troy Rosario.
Well, that shouldn't have happened because you're already an advantage on the free throw position.
14 seconds.
On 83-71 lead for TNT. Cruz going all the way. Can't get that one to go, and yet that's just indicative of his struggles. Talking about Cruz.
The shot, I mean, that's a layup. That's a give me 2 points, and he just can't, just can't convert it. He's trying.
Alas. Off the dribble. Dribbled it off his foot. Still going, but nothing there. He knew the time was running out, so he just had to throw it up.
And then talking about scorers, you have also Kevin Alas, who's out of rhythm. When he needs to get into rhythm in terms of his scoring, they're not like other players that can feed off other people. They need the ball.
Well, Kevin Alas only has 7 points in this game so far, and Jericho Cruz has 8. 2 of 7 from the field is Jericho Cruz, and Kevin Alas is 3 of 10. So, still so much more to do. They're still not out of this. Still a very manageable lead to try and overcome, but they need to get going soon. Mikey Williams misses that one. A rare miss for him, and based on how he's shooting here. Castro to Williams. Oh, floored Semerad, but couldn't get the finish.
But that's the third offensive rebound of TNT, so it's not helping the cause of NLEX.
Rosario has to pull up with a shot. Nothing there, and
That's the
another
fourth.
offensive rebound. Make that the fifth. And Coach Yang will have a few choice words to say about that possession.
5 offensive rebounds.
Take a look at Mikey Williams just putting Semerad in the slip and slide. Finish not there though. And that would have been a highlight. That would have really showed everyone what this game has been about second half onwards. We'll be right back. Timeout's brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Take a look at the numbers of Don Troliano, 14 points and 6 rebounds. But coach, he has been a guy that they wish they saw more of on the offensive end here in the second half.
Well, he did very well the first half, and then knowing, talk and text after the TNT, after the halftime, they know that they are going to put the clamps on Troliano because he's the only guy that's scoring.
Well, Troliano back in the game, so a lot of scorers here. Mikey Williams torturing Semerad, gets it to fall with the extension.
That's hard what he's doing. I know that's his favorite, that little scoop layup shot, but that's really difficult.
Inyahan, now to Olas. Giving it to Troliano at the post, weighing his options and fancy pass, but to Kelly Williams.
Kelly Williams, he thought Soyud was free for a moment, but Kelly Williams saw it, and by the time he made the pass, Kelly was already there.
Anthony Semerad with 4 fouls already. Take a look at this. Kelly Williams on the drive, getting past Semerad, and just kissing it off the glass.
I don't think Semerad can defend him because, Williams is shooting very well, so Semerad needs to pressure him, but Semerad doesn't have the great lateral quickness to keep up with Williams on the attack to the basket.
Pogoy tried to feed Troy Rosario in the corner but gave it away instead. Alas. Now Troliano. Kinyahan. Misses everything. Who is defending Williams? On that occasion, no one.
See, what happened there was because Semerad was guarding someone else, but somebody else was guarding Semerad, but Semerad is guarding Williams. So you call that a cross match, so nobody took Williams.
Alas, they need a bucket badly. They can't get it here. Pogoy on the run. He goes at it by himself. And it's been frantic stuff here for NLEX in particular. Running up and down, but not getting any buckets. And a foul there would be on Williams.
Yeah, he happened to be there, and then he bumped him accidentally. Troliano just happened to be there and get the ball.
Of course, the TNT Tropang Giga. They are showing all of us here that what happened last time around against the San Miguel Beermen was just a blip in the radar for them.
It was just one of those games that they just didn't play well, but here you are, they come back to play the way they're supposed to play.
Still, I would love to see a playoff series between some of the bigger names here as Mikey Williams goes all the way. When you see, seeing a matchup between the San Miguel Beermen and the TNT Tropang Giga in a long series, that should be fun to watch considering the history that they have now built with each other with that last game.
Yes, and it's a good matchup. You have Junmar, you have great players in both teams. Both teams are playing so well, and it's going to be a great series if that happens.
Now the NLEX Road Warriors, still a lot of time to catch up here, and you know what, comebacks are in vogue. In very strange fashions, teams have been finding ways to come back, but take a look at this again. Mikey Williams all the way to the finish. He can get up there despite not being that tall.
Right, I mean, he's showing some athleticism. I didn't know that he can dunk, but he can, and he's pretty quick with his feet. So, he has got a long career with TNT. And he can play the point guard also.
So, NLEX...
Or the off guard.
Well, considering how versatile he could be, now off the back door, just leaving Semerad, he's having a hard time defending Williams. Even his movement.
Right. It's just that nothing against Semerad, but it's just not a good matchup.
Kelly Williams, he had space, and he pulls up for the jumper. Well, you don't leave a former MVP that open that long.
No, I mean, he's avoiding shooting the jump shot, but if you give me the jump shot, then I'll take it.
Alas, Montalvo slips, and the ball goes away anyway. Messy possession here for both teams, and it ends up with an NLEX bucket. And don't take your eyes off this, especially if NLEX can find a way to string together a few stops. Williams. Oh, he's not having it. He's getting all of it.
Imagine after the Williams, the Mikey Williams, now it is Kelly Williams.
Well, again, a team with 3 Williams, at least 2 of them are bound to explode. Kelly Williams, Mikey Williams, and Jason Castro Williams. But here's Mikey. Now to Brian Heruela.
And Jason hasn't been involved offensively, really.
Kelly Williams. Sizing up Soyud, goes all the way. 6 straight points for Kelly Williams.
Oh. It's really hard to outscore, hard to outscore TNT, but you need to outscore TNT.
Coach, that is very hard to ask for.
I know,
In general.
right. You need to keep up with their scoring because it's just the way they are.
Well, calling for time here, 95-76. TNT with a big lead here. And if you are Coach Chotres, you're very happy. Only just 30-second timeout, so a lot of smiles going around now for TNT. And you were talking about the scoring of the Tropang Giga, Coach. Actually, they are 9th amongst the 12 teams here in the PBA, scoring 83.7 points per game. So this is actually already above their average, but they are holding NLEX defensively very well. They actually average around only allowing 77 points per game, almost around that number right
Correct.
now. And TNT, they're operating at their usual defensive levels, but offensively against NLEX, they are exceeding what they normally do.
Right.
It's going to be tough for all of that to happen, considering NLEX, they're number 2 in terms of scoring, 94.3 points per game, and here being limited to 76 is something Coach Yang would be looking at and thinking, okay, this can never happen again.
Yeah, they need to find ways to score, but again, the TNT is a great defensive team. I mean, they force a lot of turnovers. I don't know if how many NLEX had turnovers, but they're a team that thrives on pressure and defense and forcing them to make to force the other team to make turnovers.
Well, TNT has 14 turnovers there, to answer your question, Coach, and the NLEX Road Warriors have 16 points from turnovers. Heruela on the drive, going all the way, absorbs the foul. And Brian Heruela, he was bouncing around from team to team. In all honesty, we weren't sure where he would end up with right before the resumption of the PBA. So it's great to see him finding a role, finding a niche again with one of the teams that honestly has really championship credentials all over it.
Actually, even during the time of Decal, they were trying to find point guards. They had a stack of guards just to relieve, hopefully, be able to relieve Jason the pressure of bringing the ball. But they just couldn't find one. They had Heruela also. Now they got Montalvo. The secret there of getting was Mikey Williams. He was the answer to all these problems that relieved Jason with a lot of pressure to carry the team on his shoulders.
Alas, lost the handle. Williams, what a pass to Heruela. And you could hear the cheers and the whoops from the TNT bench. They are enjoying themselves out there.
Yeah, and they're enjoying themselves, enjoying how Williams, Mikey Williams has been playing both scoring and assist-wise.
So far, that is his 3rd assist on by Mikey Williams. Short there from Kevin Alas. And you can see that in this second half, it has been all TNT. Knockout blows, haymakers from Mikey Williams and the other Williams, Kelly Williams, just a while ago. Now Heruela showing everyone his handle. Short shot clock here. Oftana in front of him. Williams has to take a shot. He pulls up and he makes it anyway. He is a special character. Talking about Mikey Williams.
What's he got? 31?
36 points already.
36.
And he could go for 40 here. As Lasallians would say, get that 40, bro. But we'll see if he gets there.
And Coach Shaw doesn't want to take out his starters.
2 free throws for Kevin Ellis.
Kevin gets that to fall, and you take a look at that. So it looks like Mikey Williams will end his night as the reserves come in to close this one out. How impressive was this TNT performance in that second half in particular, Coach?
Well, after that loss, I mean, and then NLEX still in the game, I think they really were able, the players were really able to adjust and realize that they need to defend better than they did in the first half to turn this game around, which they responded to. It wasn't like what you said, it wasn't really their offense, but it's really their defense that turned the game around. And they responded very well.
And for NLEX, Coach, this is a game that Coach Yengyao would want back, considering how great they were offensively throughout the conference. What needs to be done for them to get back into rhythm, find that confidence? Because they will be absorbing, unless a minor miracle happens, they will be absorbing their first back-to-back loss here in the conference.
Well, I think, for Coach Yang, he's more of a, offense-oriented coach. That come the playoffs, it becomes it becomes a defensive, defensive game, wherein you just can't. They're averaging like 94 points a game, but it's not going to come easy come the playoffs. So, we should concentrate a little bit more on the defensive end, so that just in case I don't score my 94 points, I have something to fall back on.
Basket counts for Kevin Ellis.
Kevin Ellis gets the bucket and will shoot the bonus. And you mentioned it a while ago, Coach. So the NLEX Road Warriors will be absorbing their first back-to-back loss in the conference. They are supposedly one of the best scoring teams here, but really had no answers for TNT. TNT's defense that they showed. Do you feel, Coach, that TNT's adjustments in this game in particular are a result of their loss last time around, San Miguel?
No, it's more on they're being able to learn from that game wherein they really played. They couldn't score, they couldn't do anything really right. So I wasn't there. I don't think Coach Chot got mad, but he just kept the confidence high, and we just need to keep on playing hard, which he did see in that game, that because they were really out of it, and it showed here that they still played hard, still executed their offense, and then eventually, the score here 100-83.
Oh, Mikey Williams, Coach. We have to talk about him. I know we will later on when we look at all the highlights that was happening. But then how lucky is TNT to have a guy that you can safely say is someone who can take the ball away from Jason Castro and give him a rest and get the shots that TNT so sorely need.
I mean, a lot of teams had the chance to pick him early, but it came down to TNT. So it was just meant to be. It was just meant to be that Mikey Williams be in TNT.
Just dribbling it out here, and that will do it, with TNT getting a comfortable victory against the NLEX Road Warriors after an explosion of offense in the second half. 185 is the final score. Outscored NLEX 33-19 in the third quarter. That proved to be the turning point of the game, Coach, and they just got the job done in the fourth as well.
Yes, they did. the defense really stepped up. We know, the defense stepped up, and that translated to scoring because they made stops and were able to run the game. And I think they shot pretty well today. If I'm not mistaken, pretty well higher than what they normally do.
Well, talking about the TNT Tropang Giga, we have to talk about the best player of the game. Our next level player of the game is Mikey Williams, 36 points, 5 of 9 from beyond the arc. And this is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. And again, we can talk so much about Mikey Williams because of the array of highlights that we're seeing here. But the more you watch him, Coach, what do you feel about that comparison with the Stanley Pringle?
Very similar, except Stanley. I think Stanley Pringle is quicker and more and harder to the basket, while Mikey Williams is more of a smooth dribble, step back, that type of player. But they're very similar in terms of being able to score in a variety of ways.
TNT Tropang Giga up top on the standings, and right now we're going to turn it over to Coach Tot Reyes and our best player of the game, Mikey Williams.
Good afternoon and welcome to our post-game interview. Joining us are TNT Tropang Giga head coach Chot Reyes and our best player of the game, Mikey Williams. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Mikey, you scored well today. What did you see that the defense was giving you that you could take advantage of?
It's just we took advantage of everything that we work on every day, and that's just the flow of our offense is the driving kicks, back doors, ball movement. And today, my teammates really found a way to give me some holes to get through, and we just worked as a team and got a team W. It took a team effort, and I'm just glad we got the win.
Coach Shot, your team came from a blowout loss to San Miguel. What did your team do so good today that you were able to win convincingly?
Well, I thought we talked about matching the intensity of NLEX in the first half. We knew they were going to come out hard after their last game. So our focus was just to match their intensity in the first half. And we knew they came from a double overtime game. And we thought if we could stay with them, eventually our pace would wear them down. And I think that's what happened. I thought Coach Yang put a very good game plan together. They really gave us a lot of problems in the first half. But I think in the second half, like I said, our activity and our pace just wore them down. And that double overtime game 2 days ago told on them in the second half. I think more than anything, that's what happened tonight.
Okay, now we turn you over to our press friends. First up is Mr. Ruben Tirado.
Coach, good evening.
Good evening, Ren.
What happened in the game against San Miguel? Was it because also of the yung sunod-sunod na laro? Or ano po yung reason tingin niyo?
No, I don't think so. That shouldn't be an excuse because all of us are going through the same schedule here. They just kicked our butt, plain and simple. Coach Leo Austria and his coaching staff put together a game plan that was perfect. And we couldn't make our shots. They defended us very well. And we couldn't stop their offense. And in a situation where you can't score and then you cannot stop, that's what's going to happen, a blowout. And I think you saw that in the last game against San Miguel. So, I had seen already that we were not in a position to compete in that ball game. So if you notice, I just sat Mikey the whole fourth quarter, and a few guys like Jason, Kelly, because we were already preparing for this game. So I thought, we, as much as we want to fight every ball game, we knew that San Miguel was just kicking us really badly, and it was a lost cause. So I think we just said let's focus and take a look at the next game. So no excuses. It's not the schedule. We just got beat, outplayed, plain and simple. It was a good old ass kicking that we got from San Miguel the last game.
Up next is Mr. Bong Lozada.
My question is for Mikey. Mikey, 36 points today. How will you build on this?
Can you repeat the question for me? I'm sorry, I could barely hear you.
Sure. You had 36 points today, so how will you build on this performance?
We're just gonna get back to the drawing board and shift all our focus to Ginebra, our next game. After the performance versus San Miguel, coach challenged us. We didn't look like we were playing TNT basketball at all, and we tried to game plan for this game against NLEX, and NLEX is a really good team, and we just did what we had to do today, and now it's time to shift our focus to Ginebra, our next game.
Thanks, Mikey.
Thank you.
Take a look at the game highlights brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. In the first quarter, it was really a back and forth affair with Don Troliano playing a starring role here for the NLEX Road Warriors, and Mike Miranda showing everyone that he can shoot from three.
Right, we had Mike Miranda, we had Don Troliano, and they were exchanging baskets. Both teams were playing excellent offense. Not that the defense was not there, but they were just so skillful in creating shots for themselves and their teammates.
And the TNT Tropang Giga tried to fight back here in the second, but it was still a back and forth affair between these two. This NLEX Road Warriors team has so many weapons that really no focus shooting from them at all. But Mikey Williams, it was a sign of things to come. He was getting his shots even here. As we look at Kevin Alas driving inside, he found a bit of a groove but could not really sustain that later on. 2-point lead still. But here, the third quarter, the decisive third quarter in my book, based on the scoring of TNT, our Pogoy from the corner, they outscored NLEX here 33-19.
Yes, that's why they defended so well already in this quarter. In the third quarter, was able to force some turnovers, which translated to easy baskets on the other end of the floor. On the other hand, NLEX already had a hard time scoring and wasn't able to defend TNT.
Well, that pretty pass there from Mikey Williams, and take a look at this. Pretty step back as well, right in the grill of his defender. Williams had to admire that from the ad board. 80-68 score going into the fourth, so it was one-way traffic, and it was all of the TNT Tropang Giga were getting in the action. Boy Aram hit a couple of shots. Kelly Williams had 6 straight at one point. But take a look at this. Mikey driving, getting it off the glass. He had it all. He was in his bag. And if we see more of that, he will be a force to be reckoned with once the playoffs start, Coach.
That's true, and he's getting ready. He's a rookie, and he's getting ready for the playoffs already. And we see a glimpse of what we can see when TNT gets into the playoffs.
100-85 is the final score, with TNT on the back of a incredible Mikey Williams performance. 36 points to lead them to victory and avoid the distinction of losing back-to-back. Barangay Ginebra and San Miguel Beer will be up next to cap off our triple header. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Paulo de Rosario alongside Coach Jong Wichico. We'll see you again next time.